What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Pop Culture Gamers podcast. And today I've got a very special unveiling of a couple of different gadgets. Both do exactly the same thing, but in different ways. One is a little bit more versatile in terms of its features, etc. But the other one is an entry level. So let's have a look at what they are. First off, we have a wireless Lavalier mic. This is £9.99. It's supposed to fit both iPhone and Android. Whether or not it does, I don't know. We'll see what it's like. The quality will either be worse than what's already been heard, better, or somewhere in between. Who knows? But we'll find out. The second item is a more advanced thing, which is another Lavalier mic, but this one is the Neewer CM28. This is one that is very much favoured for things like action cam, stuff like that. Obviously wireless. It's got a range of about 100 feet or something like that, if I remember rightly, but it is quite weighty, to be honest with you, so it's going to be interesting to see what these two are, really any good for. Whether or not this might be just good for these sort of videos, and this for when I'm outside using my action cam, because I'm really getting into the whole 360-degree video taking. I'm really enjoying that, so we'll just have to see which one is going to be best. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll open them both up and let's have a look and see what's inside. So we'll go for the cheap version first off. This is quite light in terms of a box. There's not much to it. And there's the clip-on mics, as we can see. Easy enough to just clip on. There's two of them, as there normally is with these sort of things. There is also spare muffs as well, if you need them. And this is the receiver. Now, this, I know you're going to say, well, that's not going to be much good for older iPhones because, well, it's USB-C. However, I am hoping in here we will have the solution to that. We have, in this bag, a lightning adapter, so we can plug the USB-C in here. It does make this really big. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of that, but what do you expect? It is £9.99. And then the other is the bag as well. We have a USB charging cable, but we also have, I have to admit, quite a sturdy feeling USB-C to A adapter as well. It actually does feel quite heavy, heavier than the ones that I've bought from Amazon previously. So that's in this version of the box. I'll just pop that in there. Also in here there is your list. The packing list shows what's in here. It describes all of the product details and functions, and then it says about the microphone transmitter, the operational guidance, reverb settings, so you can actually change things in there, and then there's obviously in a different language as well. So that's everything that comes in the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a blind sound test at the end of this, so that you can make your mind up which one you will think is the best. I'm pretty sure I know which one that's going to be, but you never know. So the second microphone, the Neewer CM28, comes in a very nice box, magnetically sealed. Seems to be the trend these days. I've got another up and coming video which has something else that is magnetically sealed as well in the box, so we'll see about that. So let's have a look. We'll take this out first. So in here there is the instruction manual, which is in various different languages. Let's face it, no one reads these until you get stuck. Your warranty statement as well, so that's in that envelope. Next in here, the main thing itself, very nicely sort of wrapped in this peel. So this is the charging box. As you can see, it's got lights on in there, USB-C connector at the back. So let's lift this up. Ooh, that looks nice, doesn't it? So it's flashing to say that there's not much power obviously in these at the moment. So this is the receiver, and it's well, actually there is power in there, and it must be recording or charging as well. But there is sort of like a power on and off button on here, which presumably those will shut down shortly. Switch it back on. So as you can see, that one is slightly lower powered than this, and this is the central one. We've also got the decibel recording levels as well. There is a charging port on here as well, or an output also, and a clip-on which you can obviously clip to wherever you want. However, I also have one of these for my action cam, which I haven't opened. And what you will notice is that does slide on the shoe, which is a standard sort of camera shoe fitting, so you'd be able to fit it on top of any camera that you actually have. This one will fit on the shoe for the Insta360. They're all standard mounting sizes anyway, so I don't think that that'll be too much of an issue. So make sure we put things in the right way around. As well as all of that, we also have in the box this very nice bag to put this in, and if I'm not mistaken, in here we have a few different things. We have a USB cable, which is useful. We have a headphone jack to headphone jack, which is useful. A USB A to C, and then we also have the muff guards for the microphones, and then on here obviously that's the microphone itself, and we can start recording straight away. And what these do is these locally will record information. You can get it off and presumably through that USB C port, but there are obviously two of these microphones, so whichever one you choose to use. And then there are adapters. So here is the adapter for the iPhone. So in order to connect this to your iPhone or your iPad, all that you would do is just literally pop this on like so, and then that plugs into your Apple device. The other thing that's worth noting about these receivers is the fact that there is a magnet on here. Now this isn't the strongest magnet in the world, but it is quite strong. But the idea is that for your clothes, you can clip it on so that you're not pulling on the material with the spring-loaded clip. But obviously be aware, if you pull it a little bit too hard, then that's just going to fall off. So just beware. But there is a magnetized section on here, which is really good. To attach this connector, this is quite simple. You just literally pop that over the microphone and push and turn, and that'll lock it in position. And then you've got your really nice little muffler for if it is a little bit breezy outside, which obviously if you're using this with an action cam, it's probably going to be that. So that's the microphone. It's a very, very nice piece of kit. As you can see, the charging box feels really solid, to be honest. And yeah. Okay, to make this fair, what I'm going to do is record this 3 times. First off, we have the recording from my iPhone, which I'm filming with. Secondly, we have the CM28, which I'm wearing, and I'm also wearing the wireless Lavalier microphone, which is pretty much unbranded. To be honest, it's just an Amazon special at $9.99. So I'll read the same piece of text. I'm recording at exactly the same time on 3 different devices, and then you can guess which recording is which, and then I will tell you after that. Okay, here it goes. Play as a legendary hero, Snake, and infiltrate the Cuban military base to rescue the hostages. Play as the legendary hero, Snake, and infiltrate the Cuban military base to rescue the hostages. Play as the legendary hero, Snake, and infiltrate a Cuban military base to rescue the hostages. Okay, so you've heard the 3 recordings. Which one is the best? So number 1 is actually the wireless Lavalier microphone. This is $9.99 from Amazon. Number 2 is the Neewer CM28 microphone. And number 3 is the iPhone 13, to be exact. Did you get it right? Well, I hope you've enjoyed that video. It's been an interesting one. I will be doing more videos like this in the future. I've got some neat stuff to unwrap and some more putting together things as well. So just keep an eye out on the channel. Plus we've got games and more games coming, as well as the return of the podcast. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a subscribe, and let us know your thoughts. Do you have any recommendations for good microphones as well? Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye now.